Mhm.
what is I feel like there's a significance to some jolt. Like you said, you make a loud noise.
Exactly.
I just found myself, I was a keynote speaker for the Remote Viewing Association one year, a couple years ago. And I was dressed in all my Army shit. And I got up to ready to go on stage and I went, this is not me. I just took off my junky jacket, which has stuff on it. And I saw a pipe over there leaning against the wall. And I grabbed it and I walked out there real slowly with that pipe. And I put it in both hands. I don't know where I'm getting this exactly. See, God is also in my hands. I reach the pipe up and I stick it way out, and it's obvious to the crowd. I'm reaching past them, and I went, Turok Makto. You guys know Turok Makto? Where's it from? Anybody?
Avatar.
Right. He was the giant flying bird that was the carrier of legend.
The Last Shadow.
Yes. And so then I pulled the bar in like that and threw it on the floor. And fuck, they were mine. And then I basically prodded and provoked them about being enough. You know, when are you going to stop passing little academic papers around and start being a legend?
Jim, you said one thing that hit me, and I think that this might hold true for many of us. To let go or surrender to the fact that we're going out to make that talk, to make a difference, to do this, to do that, but just to go out there and be who I am. And just in that, the change occurs. Not trying to, okay, I have to get in, and get that fucking strategic mind right out of the way. Exactly, yeah.
Nothing dumber than writing your speech so that you get to turn around and read it more slowly than the audience can read it, and show them your butt in the meantime. Don't ever do that, ever. Promise me.
No. I'm doing my best not to write speeches. I just speak from my heart.
Yeah.
Michael Taylor, I noticed in your last speech on Facebook, you had massive pauses, more than I've ever seen you.
Oh, when he was standing up in front of the class thing? Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Great.
There was some good
just like, you drop a sentence on them and just let it marinate. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I get in the flow when I get on the stage. I can't describe it. It's a beautiful thing, and I recognize that, as I said in the speech, it is not I, but the source within me that does the work.
Beautiful.
Yeah, but you learned all the words. Well,
yeah.
You watched a bunch of people do good shit, and so I'm just saying I agree with you, and it has to go that way. But all the preparation you do in life is bundled into your matrix, and you have a lot more to put out if you've done a lot more and experienced a lot more. I believe.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree wholeheartedly.
And Ted, is the robot basically the loud noise?
Is the robot the loud noise? I don't know what, it's just, like I said, he's just, it's just, that's when I get to coast, I mean, because I'm just like threading along with everybody. So yeah, at some point it's just like, bam, there's that band that I never hear, and he's just going.
I think it's like tied into the shaman with the ships on the horizon, like the idea that if you just got up there and gave a speech, the audience would be like, huh. Well,
yeah, right.
But here's a robot, like, I better totally listen. This is a listening thing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. I actually do a piece where he comes out when one of my elementary school presentations, and he comes out and he just drives a straight line, because he's very dynamic and very fluid, but he just drives a straight line, and then he turns and drives, and then he turns and he talks like this, and the kids are all like, what's going on? You know, and he's trying to communicate with them like they're robots. And then he realizes they're humans, and he has to switch to human download mode, and he puts on music and he starts dancing, and it is such a shock to them because they think they're going to sit there for an hour listening to the robot go like this and, you know, like make beeping noises. And then he starts dancing, playing music and slapping hands, and everything changes.
Amazing.